Hello everyone, welcome to Hope Medicos. Today we will learn about hypoxia and its four different types. So, what is hypoxia? Hypoxia is nothing but a lack of oxygen at tissue level. So basically, why we need oxygen? We need oxygen to produce an ATP, right? It's nothing but adenosine triphosphate. So what is the role of ATP in the cell? It's nothing but to generate a sodium potassium ATPase pump, right? And one more important thing is that hypoxia is the most common cause of cell injury. Okay, now let's move on to our topic. First we will learn about hypoxic hypoxia. Hypoxic hypoxia, it's nothing but if the oxygen can't enter the blood, that we call it is an hypoxic hypoxia. So I will repeat again. If the oxygen can't reach the blood, that we call it as hypoxic hypoxia. So there are many conditions that causes hypoxic hypoxia. Suppose if the person in the higher altitude, he may not able to get enough amount of oxygen, right? And other condition like if the person have any problem in the lung, like obstructive or restrictive lung diseases, he may not able to get enough amount of oxygen into the blood, right? Okay. Now let's move on to the second type, that is anemic hypoxia. Before we really move to the anemic hypoxia, let's learn two important things. That is, oxygen content in blood depend upon two important factors. Number one is the hemoglobin level and number two is the partial pressure of oxygen. So what is anemic hypoxia? In anemic hypoxia, the real problem is in the hemoglobin. If the oxygen can't able to bind with the hemoglobin, that we call it as anemic hypoxia. Condition like carbon monoxide poisoning and anemia. Okay. Next we learn about third type, that is stagnant or ischemic hypoxia. In stagnant hypoxia, the problem is that blood is not moving to the tissue. Due to that, decreased blood flow to the tissue, so there will be less oxygen supply to the tissue. Condition like congestive heart failure, thrombus or embolus formation in the blood vessel, or the person who undergo ischemic shock. Okay. Now let's move on to the last type, that is histotoxic hypoxia. In the histotoxic hypoxia, the problem is the tissue can't absorb the oxygen because the problem is in the tissue itself. I will repeat again. Here the problem is that tissue can't able to accept the oxygen because the problem is in the tissue itself. Okay. The condition like cyanide poisoning and the gangrene. So basically gangrene is due to the blockage of blood vessel. It's nothing but a type of necrosis. Okay. So in the next video lecture we will learn about the feature of hypoxia and the diagnostic criteria of the hypoxia. Okay. So hope everyone understand this topic. Thank you.